The ambush involved heavy automatic gunfire and the use of improvised explosive devices, IEDs. Initial reports indicate multiple casualties among Assam Rifles personnel, though official figures have not been confirmed. The attackers reportedly retreated into dense forest along the Indo-Myanmar border, using the challenging terrain to evade pursuing units. Noglo and its surrounding region lie in a tri-junction area of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Myanmar, a zone where several insurgent groups operate due to its remote geography and porous borders. Security agencies suspect the attackers crossed over from Myanmar's Sagaing region, where both NSCN-IM and ULFA-I maintain bases. Background on NSCN-IM. The NSCN-IM, formed in 1980 after a split within the earlier Naga insurgency movement, has long been one of the most active armed groups in India's northeast. Led for decades by Isak Chishiswu until his death in 2016 and Thwingaling Muiva, the group has been engaged in armed struggle against the Indian government. While it entered into a ceasefire agreement with New Delhi in 1997, violence has persisted periodically, with the group accused of extortion, targeted killings, and attacks on security forces. Its influence has historically extended beyond Nagaland into parts of Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, and across the border into Myanmar. Major past incidents involving NSCN-IM. To understand the scale of the Noglo attack, it is necessary to look at past confrontations involving the group. Below is a chronologically arranged record of notable incidents in the last 2 decades. Nagaland. 1. Mon district firing. December 2021. Assam Rifles personnel opened fire on civilians in Mon district after allegedly mistaking them for insurgents, resulting in multiple civilian deaths. This sparked mass protests across Nagaland and a renewed call for repealing the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, AFSPA. While the direct role of NSCN-IM was unclear, the incident inflamed anti-security force sentiment that insurgents exploited in propaganda. 2. Scene of 15 Shandal ambush spillover. Following the deadly ambush on Indian Army personnel in Manipur Shandal district by a coalition of insurgent groups, security forces carried out cross-border strikes into Myanmar. Nagaland districts near the border, where NSCN-IM maintains a presence, saw heightened clashes and combing operations. 3. Khonsa Longding border clashes. 2018. NSCN-IM cadres engaged in multiple firefights with Assam Rifles in border areas between Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh. These encounters often occurred after security forces intercepted arms smuggling routes. Manipur, Fia. Chandal district ambush, June Fia. Chotusine, Finton. One of the deadliest attacks on the Indian Army in the northeast in decades. A convoy from 6th Dogra Regiment was ambushed, leaving 18 soldiers dead. While ULFA-I and Kangle Yavol Kannalop, KYKL, claimed joint responsibility, intelligence indicated NSCN-IM cadres had provided logistical support Tamenglong skirmishes, Dutukstan Septinolika. In Tamenglong district, NSCN-IM units clashed with security forces during raids on suspected camps. This area remains a strategic corridor linking Manipur to insurgent bases in Myanmar. 6. Nani district confrontations. 2000 and 2022, a series of search operations by Assam Rifles led to exchanges of fire with NSCN-IM in interior hill areas. These encounters rarely made national headlines but underscored the continuing tensions despite the ceasefire. Patterns in tactics and operations. Security analysts note that NSCN-IM's operational style in recent years often involves joint operations with other groups such as ULFA-I, KYKL, and other Myanmar-based outfits. Use of cross-border safe havens, particularly in Myanmar's Sagaing region. Ambushes in remote forested areas with limited road connectivity, hampering rapid troop reinforcement. IED deployment alongside small arms fire to inflict maximum casualties. Propaganda and recruitment following high-profile attacks, particularly in districts with recent civilian security force tensions. Peace process and ceasefire complexities. The NSCN-IM's 1997 ceasefire agreement with the Indian government was meant to pave the way for a final peace settlement. While talks have made progress at times, disagreements over constitutional arrangements, autonomy, and integration have kept a resolution elusive. The group has maintained liaison offices and engaged in negotiations, But incidents like Noglo show that hardline factions and joint actions with other insurgents continue to threaten stability. Security officials also point out that NSCN-IM's decentralized command structure allows local units to carry out operations without overt sanction from top leadership, complicating the enforcement of any ceasefire. Noglo attacking context. The August 9 Noglo ambush is consistent with a broader pattern. 1. Joint insurgent action between NSCN-IM and ULFA-I. 2. Targeting of Assam Rifles patrols in remote border proximate areas. 3. Tactical withdrawal into Myanmar following the attack. While investigations are ongoing, military sources suggest this operation was designed both to inflict losses and to send a symbolic message ahead of India's Independence Day, a date insurgent groups have historically used for demonstrations of force. Conclusion. From Mon to Tamenglong, Shandil to Noglo, NSCN-IM's footprint in northeast India's insurgency landscape remains significant. Despite more than 2 decades of ceasefire talks, the group continues to play a central role in armed violence across Nagaland, Manipur, and Arunachal Pradesh, often in partnership with other insurgent organizations. The Noglo incident underscores that the Northeast security challenges are far from resolved. As long as insurgent safe havens, cross-border coordination, and unresolved political grievances remain, the risk of similar attacks will persist, testing both India's counter-insurgency capabilities and the fragile peace process. Disclaimer. This report is based on information from official statements, credible news agencies, and independent regional sources. Some details, especially casualty figures, are subject to revision as official investigations progress. Zalengam Media does not endorse any armed group or political agenda and provides this content for informational purposes only. Sources: 1. Press Information Bureau, Government of India. Statements on Insurgent Incidents. 2. Assam Rifles Public Releases, 2015-2025. 3. The Hindu. Coverage on NSCN-IM and ULFA-I joint operations. 4. Indian Express. Reports on Mon firing and related protests. 5. Institute for Defense Studies and Analysis, IDSA, Northeast Insurgency Updates. 6. Local Arunachal Pradesh news outlets, Noglo attack coverage.